If you've just started podcasting or making video content, you probably don't like the sound of your own voice. But don't worry, you're not alone. There's actually science behind why we don't like hearing our own voice back in recordings. I saw this whole TED Talk on why you don't like hearing the sound of your own voice, and I'll link it down in the description. But just one cool fact from that video. When you're speaking to someone else, your voice and its sound carries over the air through the sound waves. But when you hear your own voice when you're speaking, it's actually through bone conduction in your head. So the voice you hear when you're speaking is not the voice you hear when it's through the air. So don't worry, this is something that everyone has to overcome eventually. And so here are 5 tips to help you get more comfortable hearing your own voice either in podcasts or videos. Number 1, if you're recording podcasts or video podcasts, make sure you monitor or listen to your voice as you record. If you're recording with wireless headphones like AirPods, you can't hear your own voice. That's one of the reasons why we always recommend recording with Riverside with wired headphones. This way you can hear both your remote guests and your own voice. So get a good pair of wired headphones, either over-the-ear headphones like this or earbud-style headphones as long as they're wired, and make sure you're hearing yourself as you record. If you're using a USB mic like the Shure MV7, then there's actually a headphone jack down at the bottom of the mic where you can plug your headphones in so you can monitor both yourself and use this as your audio output in Riverside to hear your remote guests as well. Hearing your own voice while you record is going to help you get used to it and remove some of that cognitive dissonance between the voice you hear in the recordings and what you hear just when you're talking in real life. Number 2, while it's hard enough just to get used to your own voice in recordings, if you're saying things like and using a lot of filler words, it's going to make you not want to hear that even more. So definitely work on trying to remove those filler words as you record, and you can use the editing tools to remove those later. Number 3, try different microphones. Everyone's voice is different, and so the same microphone actually doesn't sound the best for every single person. Now obviously, as budget allows, and some microphones can get pretty expensive, but if you don't like what your voice sounds like with a particular microphone, and you might actually find you prefer your voice in one mic over another. For instance, right now you're hearing my overhead microphone. This is the Sennheiser MKH416. And now you're hearing my voice in the Earthworks Ethos microphone. Obviously it sounds very different. You might prefer this sound over that sound. And now here's my voice in the Shure SM7B, a different microphone. Obviously sounds different as well. By the way, this is the microphone you see in pretty much every video podcast, and I think it's overhyped. If you want to learn why I think it's overhyped, check out the video above or in the description. And if you'd like to disagree in the comments, please do. I'd love to engage with you there. It's great. But also a sub-tip, say 3B, is try equalizing or using an EQ on your voice. This is a tool that you'll find in pretty much any audio editing application, and it allows you to boost or cut certain frequencies of your voice, which might help with clarity and help you like how it sounds better. If you need help learning how and what an EQ is, or compressor and noise gate, check out this video above where I explain all those audio effects in detail. Tip number 4, record a lot. Record lots of podcasts, solo content, even if it's just test recordings, not something you're going to publish. Practice recording. Just like with any skill, practice makes you better. And also practice will help you get rid of those filler words, help you with enunciation and diction, which we'll talk about in a second, and more. And you can even record that solo content in Riverside. And when you do that, you get transcripts for all of your recordings powered by AI in over 100 languages. Then you can even edit your content right in the Riverside editor by deleting words, sentences, or phrases in the transcript. You can remove all the silences, and now you can even correct the transcript. This way the captions that you put on the video right in the Riverside editor are perfect and have no typos. If you'd like to learn more about our editor and those transcript features, check out the video above or in the description. And finally, number 5, it will be good to practice proper diction or enunciation. This is how you pronounce words and the clarity at which you actually speak. Now, I'm a musical theater kid, so I actually know lots of exercises for diction, and so I'm going to say something that might sound a little weird, but this is one of the diction exercises we used to do in theater. It goes like this. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. For Moses he knowses his toes ain't roses, as Moses supposes his toes is. All right, one more crazy tip for enunciation and diction. You can actually get a pencil or pen, but a pencil will be better. Put it in your mouth and try to pronounce things or speak as clearly as possible with this in your mouth. You'll actually begin to work on enunciating and moving your mouth more to make sure there's clarity in your words. Then when you take it out, you might notice that you speak a little clearer. For instance, I'm gonna do this live on camera. Moses supposes his toes are roses. All right, that might have been a little weird, but in the privacy of your own home, you can do and practice your enunciation and diction, and then you might start liking your own voice as you hear it back in recordings. All right, if you have any questions about some of that crazy stuff that I just did, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you were a musical theater kid and you know exactly what I was talking about, I'd love to hear from you too. And subscribe to the channel because we have lots of great features for Riverside coming up soon. You don't want to miss them, and we do tutorials on all the new features right here. Hit that like button, leave a comment below, and before you go, you should check out this video right here. It's a pretty good one. I think you'll like it.